everyone, welcome back. It is great to have you here. Thank you for taking some time and joining me. If you're really new and this is your first time or you haven't been here very long, a very warm welcome. I hope that you feel inspired, and of course to everybody who supports me week in and week out, thank you guys so much, and let's get started. I appreciate you all. All right, I've got this on my table just so that I can update you guys. My initial fabric and button bundle went so fast, and I've had lots of people asking me for more, so I've done a new one now where we still have all the fabrics, but I've added something, and I had to take something away because I just cannot get any more of that. So I'm going to quickly do that in 1 minute flat. All right, so just to start off, you get your beautiful journal cover fabric, which is 11 by 18 inches. So you've got this lovely one. You get a piece of this, also 11 by 18 inches, enough to cover a 6.5 by 9 inch journal with a spine of about 3 inches. So you get a piece of that. And then you get a piece of this lovely champagne gold colored tulle with these beautiful snowflakes on here. This is 7 by 11 inches. I've just folded it up. And then these are freebies, these little ones here. So then you've got a piece of gingham fabric. This is also 7 by 11. Oh, sorry, this one's 13 inches by 6. Sorry, I got that one wrong. And this is 7 by 11. So you've got these two as well. These are all going to go into our Christmas journal and look great. So that comes in a lovely bag. All right, so that goes in here. I'm not going to do it on here now. I have put together, I've still got the mother of pearl buttons, 50 mother of pearl buttons. So you get a packet of those, and you get a set of Christmas buttons. I've had to change 1 or 2 of them, but they're still gorgeous. This is one of the new additions, so you get a couple of those, and some other bits in there, but most of it remains the same. I just had to move around, substitute for ones that I don't have anymore, I can't get hold of. All right, so you still get your 30 Christmas buttons, and they are lovely. Oops, that's just flown everywhere. And the addition, the thing that I had to remove were the crystal type buttons. All right, they're gone, and I cannot get any more. So what I thought I would do is add some ribbon. So if you haven't been able to get ribbon, I've just put in 6 meters of ribbon. Now this is a lovely gingham one, polyester. 2 meters of that. You get 2 meters of the red. So these go perfectly with the kit. And then I've added this one, which is stunning, like a tartany type gingham. So you get the red, the cream, and the green. So you get 2 meters of that as well. All right, so I'm going to add these all in. It's the same price as before. So you'll find this on my website shop, and I will put that up there today. Okay, so that was just an update on the bundle. Right, now I wanted to share with you what I did for today. And again, I've got it in a Christmas theme in one way that I've made it, and I've got it in an autumn theme, which is an alternative way. So I was getting clever with this now. All right, so I'm going to start off by showing you what I did with the Christmas one. I haven't made it 100% because I want to explain to you the process, but most of it's done. All right, so this is what it looks like all jumbled together. What I've done here is you've got an envelope. Now, this one didn't have a window. Whether you have a window or not doesn't matter. I measured the envelope to fit my page so that I had 3/4 of an inch there and 3/4 of an inch there. That'll be slightly different if it's a US size or an A4. All right, so as long as that space is there, and pretty much 3/4 all the way around. All right, so my envelope was only that wide. So I took this piece of paper, which is part of my Christmas memories kit, and I thought it looked a bit like snowflakes and it went well with this page here. So I've covered it to the length I wanted it to. So you see, you don't even have to use an envelope that's exact. I've improvised and nobody's going to be any the wiser. I've used the envelope because I wanted pockets for my tags. So that's what I've done there. So it's going to stick down like that. Now I stuck this down and then I stitched all around it, and I could do, because there's not an underneath bit to catch that there. All right, so I've sewn all around there, and I've made 2 pockets, and I've put 2 tags in. So we've got one with this over here, and then I've got this one over here with the rocking horse. All right, so that can go back in there. So that's going to be the base. All right, so I'm going to stick that down quickly. I'm going to just take this page out. It makes it easier, I find. And we're going to stick that down, so exactly where I want it. So I'm going to just, like always, use my pencil just to mark where I want it to go. I'm having these close to the edge here. I'm going to just draw a line there and a line there. That's just going to give me time. I'm going to glue this all over the base here, only on the envelope bit, so the brown bit here. All right, so I'm going to glue that there. Okay, and now I'm going to just swing that around and line it up with those lines, because the art glitter glue, as you know, is not very forgiving. Once you've placed it, then it's done. Okay, so there we go. We've got that bit down. Now all that I wanted to do is I've made with another envelope. I've cut the envelope to be 3 inches wide, so that's 7.5 centimeters, and the length of this piece here. All right, so whatever you've decided that's going to be. I've now trimmed off the excess of the window envelope, and I've trimmed it to fit this length here. Now this is how you would do this if you have envelopes. I'm going to show you a way after this if you have no envelopes. All right, so all I wanted to do was make a belly band here. I have also then measured the width of this, made it slightly smaller, because when you glue this, it sort of spreads out and makes it smaller, so slightly smaller. There you can see. I've used this page from my Christmas kit, the other side of which is the rocking horse. So I kept that there just to show you. All right, so I just cut that bit there to fit, slightly narrower than 3 inches and about 1/2 inch shorter than the length of my belly band. And I've just backed it onto recycled packaging. I've put in a little bit of the holly background page, if you can see. Just stuck it in there like that. I've decorated this up with a couple of die cuts and some fussy cuts from the background page. And then I've put on that sentiment there, spread kindness and love wherever you go, and I've stuck on a candy cane. So the candy cane and the holly I've cut out from the background paper. The other one that I've made fabric from, that same one. All right, so that's what I've done there. Now with this way, using envelopes, you save paper, because if you don't have your own printer or you want to save on paper, you are now using the pocket in the form of the envelope here and in here. So the only printed paper you use is the bit on the front. So you do save paper. All right, so that's an option. Now that goes in here. So that's your little tag. You can make notes on there, like a little secret spot. I've added a little tab, and I'm going to stick this down. So I'm just going to put some glue at the top here and at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to take you through this whole thing in a different way in a moment. Now I just want to stick this down here and down there. Okay, so while we are waiting for that, I'm going to show you in a minute what I'm putting into this little belly band. All right, so I've got really simple here. taken one of my journal cards. I've sewn on some Merry Christmas ribbon. I've just turned it over and sewn around here. It's backed onto my lace paper, which I love to use. And I'm going to put that in there. I've taken one of my little mini envelopes, and this comes from my add-on kit, the Christmas Memories add-on kit, and this is my Christmas Memories ephemera kit. All right, so it's the whole Christmas Memories collection. Now I'm just going to tuck this over the side there. You can actually just put it like that if you want. I'm just going to tuck it over there, and I'm going to slide it into the belly band over here. There we go. All right, and that can go in a bit more, can go in plenty more. And that's what we're doing for the Christmas one. We're using envelopes. All right, so go and grab yourself an envelope. It doesn't matter if it has a window or not. You just want to fit it. So let's say, I think this is just over 7 inches on mine. Yeah, it's 7 inches. And this is 4 3/4. All right, so that is 18, more or less, guys, 18 by 12. That's for an A4, and as I say, it might be slightly different because the US size is wider but narrow that way. Okay, so just gauge. All right, so that's the one, and I think that's going to look absolutely adorable. It's going to go in here like that, and going to have this lovely blue page opposite it. All right, so that's our Christmas one. Let me just get that all ready. All right, so that's what we did for the Christmas one. I'm going to put this just to the side here now, and I want to share with you what we're going to do for the autumn one. Now, I have on the autumn one added 2 of these lacy pages. I wanted to, I thought I'd missed something, and it was these lacy pages. I've added one in between the mushroom and this background page, and I've added another one closer, one off the middle. So this is the center spread here, and it's this one here. All right, so I've done that, and we're going to use this page again today. So I want to just pull that out for the moment and move that over there. All right, so I'm going to do the same with this, but with different papers, and I'm going to do it without envelopes. All right, so the first piece of paper that you need to grab, I'm just grabbing it here, is from autumn. I'm using Autumn Whispers journal pages, but you can use whatever theme you like. This is not necessarily linked to a specific theme. Now with this, I've taken a big piece of paper. All right, I will tell you that this is 9.5, and as I said, this might vary by 7. All right, 7 there, 9.5 there, and yeah, and I have folded it in half. Okay, so what I want to do here is I'm going to use this now by just sewing 3 sides here. Well, I will sew here, but if you're going to sew it, sew a line there first and end that off, then put it together and sew the other bits there and through the middle. If you're not going to sew it, you're just going to glue there, and glue in the middle. All right, so don't sew across here because you've got the backing piece and you'll close the pocket. All right, so I'm going to just put just a little dot of glue here. This is just to keep it straight. And what I'm going to do now, in a mo, is I'm going to do some sewing on there. All right, so that's the first thing. Now the other bit is, instead of using an envelope for the middle belly band bit, again I've taken my background paper. This is the nice orangey gingham, and what I've done is I've taken, don't worry about that, I've taken a piece of paper and folded it in half. All right, so that's what I've done there. This one measures 5 3/4 that way by 7 inches, the same length as the paper. All right, so the same length as your paper, and 5 and, did I say 5? 5 3/4 inches that way, which you're going to then fold in half. So you'll have the same length this way, and then however wide you want it times 2 for your width. All right, so what I want to do with this now is I want to make my window here. All right, so I'm going to just put that to the side, and I'm going to grab, I've made a little template of a window envelope. You've seen me use this before. It's just a piece of packaging. I've just measured this out. This is 2 inches wide by 3 inches, there or thereabouts. So you've got 5 by 7.5 centimeters. I'm now going to just place this where I want it at the top here. I'm doing it slightly off center, because like this one, when I put my die cuts on, I want to have more space there than I do there. All right, so that's what I'm doing. So I'm just moving it a little bit over to the right, and then I'm just drawing with my pencil like this. Now this is easier, as you don't have to cover a window that's exact there already. What I'm going to do is I've now drawn my window there, and on this occasion I am going to use my knife. You can just cut a cross in the center and use your scissors, but I am a fan of using my knife, so I am going to just get that there and there. Now you don't have to do rounded corners. I don't know why I did rounded corners. I'm going to cut them straight, but you can do rounded corners if you want. Now I can't see where I've done that, so it's there and there. Okay, so there we go. And then just this side here, Abby's sniffing around here by my feet. She's looking for morsels. She's always looking for morsels, but because she has allergies to grains and wheat, I pick up all the morsels. There's no morsels. She gets her plenty of treats, I promise you, but there are ones that I know that are fine for her. Okay, so now you want to just gently pull that out. We can keep that. Right, put your blade closed, and we now have our little window. And you didn't have to measure much. And look, I don't have to put anything behind there, only because it's a reprint, not for any other reason. If it's showing white there, just take a background piece of anything and stick it there that you like. All right, so just take your distress ink now. So that's a really easy way to make a belly band, or to cover anything instead of using an envelope if you feel you struggle too much trying to cover a window envelope. All right, so there we go. So that's that there. Okay, now I'm going to grab myself some packaging to put a little window on there ever so quickly. Okay, so I've got a piece of cellophane here. I've just cut it off from a piece of packaging. This was from my stencils from Tim Holtz. So I've just cut it in half and a piece to fit this area here like that. So I'm going to just open this up, and I'm going to put some glue on the edge here. You don't want to put too much on or too thick, so just be mindful of that. Right, and then get that stuck down. There we go. And you can use, as I say, you can use packaging, you can use vellum, tracing paper, a piece of lace, a piece of tulle, anything like that would look lovely, you know. So be brave and try different things. Oh, what is that? A bit of glue? No, it's just a fluffy bit. Okay, so we've got our window in there. And what I'm going to do is decorate this up, and then I will go take everything to the sewing machine, and I will sew across that edge and that edge. Although this one you don't need to, we can glue that. So let's do that. Let's just glue this one down. I'm going to just put a little bit of glue on there and a little bit of glue on there. Oops. There we go. So we can press that down over there and over there. There we go. So we've got our little belly band already done. Now it's just a case of decorating that up. So I just want to move that to the side quickly. Got my little bits in here. So I've got a little sentiment. See it, smell it, taste it, and forget the time of day or year. Autumn needs no clock or calendar. Hal Borland. Absolutely. Right, so I'm going to put that over here somewhere. And then I've got a couple of die cuts, 3 die cuts here in the colors. I've tried to choose it from here and also the page that's opposite with the burgundy. I'm going to get those stuck down. I've got a little leaf which comes from this page here. There you can see. I have got myself a little toadstool, which I think this came from my mini autumn kit, and then this I had from my birds and bees, and I've just taken the little bird. I might or might not use that. So I'm going to start with these die cuts. I'm going to stick them down there, then there, and then there. All right, so let me do that and I'll get back to you. Okay, so I have stuck down that one first, then that one, and that one's got a little bit of glue on my window, but I'll sort that out. And then I've stuck down the sentiment, and I did manage to fit the bird on the bottom there. Okay, so now I'm going to take the little toadstool. I think I'm going to put him over there, just to pop a green. I felt like a pop a green there, so I'm going to just stick that down. There we go. And there we go. So that's going to go over there. And then this little fussy cut oak leaf with the 2 acorns I thought was ever so sweet. And that'll cover up my sort of area over there. So I'm going to just put it that way. Yeah, that way. Okay. So that'll sort out that area. Okay, then we've got a lovely little front belly band all ready to go into our book page, our journal page. So I'm going to just get that across there like that. Okay, awesome. All right, so that's our little front there. Now I've got a little bit more to do. I have stitched around here. So I stitched this side first. And then I went and stuck there. Just remember not to sew these two together, all right? So what we want to do now is we want to put that onto our, together here. We're going to put that on our page as well. All right, now you can use some stenciling if you like. So, you know, you don't have to, or some stamping. So it's all up to you. But this is going to fit most of the page here. But if you're wanting to put some bits of, let's try that. So I want to just grab my stamps quickly. All right, so I'm using my Stampers Anonymous from Tim Holtz. This is pressed foliage. And I'm going to just take the small one and the oak sort of leaf. And I'm going to just use the ripe persimmon and the fossilized amber here. So just my distressed oxides. They work perfectly well with this. And I really should have a piece of paper underneath there. So let's just grab one. I'm just grabbing a random piece here, just so that it doesn't go on my desk. So, right, we'll start with this one. And I'm just going to put this like this. It's really easy and fun to do, really. I quite like it. And then, you know, just randomly on the edges. So that looks gorgeous. And I'm going to do it there. And one more. I'm going to do here. There we go. Doesn't that look good? I love that color. Then with the ripe persimmon, we're going to take the oak leaf. I should have really done the oak, but it doesn't make any difference, does it? Whatever, you know, you've got poetic license when it comes to creating, haven't we? So I'm going to just take this and, yeah, I'm just going to put it wherever I feel. So just going to add a little pop of color. I think this one I'm going to just go straight across the corner, and yeah, I think that's enough really. I'm going to do one more. I've got it. I'm addicted now. So I've got the round one, and I've got a bit of the bundled sage here now, and I'm going to just get that over here. So I'm going to put that bit there, and I'm going to just put this bit here, and there we go, as you do. Right. A little bit of stamping, which I wasn't planning on doing. That's all right. Okay, so we've got our little page. It's probably very busy now. I'm going to, oh gosh, that looks stunning, doesn't it? Right, now when you stick it down, be mindful of which side your pockets need to be. So if this is the edge of the page and that's where your spine is, all right, then your pockets need to be on that side. Otherwise, you're going to have quite a time trying to get this out. Now, I'm going to just take my glue and I'm going to stick this down. So you want to get that all stuck down. And then turn it around, and I didn't make my little lines. So we live and learn. I'm gauging now. That's all right. It seems all right. Okay, and then give that a nice press. This is why I like working with loose pages, because I can get it all nicely done. Right. Oh, I'm loving that. Okay, now you want to take your little belly band. You want to put glue just at the top, like that, over there and here. Remember, we glued this bit and this bit down, so they are sealed at the top. And you want to now position that just like this. Hopefully that's straight. Hopefully. All right. So we've got that pressed down and that pressed down. There we go. I love that. It's looking lovely. Okay. Now we can put all our bits and pieces together. So I've got a few of them here. I did first of all take the ephemera. This is a journal card. This is a Catherine Klein one. And I have backed it onto my lace paper because I love using that. And I just used 2 pieces of paper for my ephemera. I've taken 2 ribbons. So this is the orange gingham sheer one and a little bit of green. I've just put them over each other there just to pick up the 2 colors. And this is going to go into my belly band in a minute. I'm going to put that in last because it's still busy drying. I've taken 2 of the tags from my add-on kit. I've put in 2 ribbons there. I've put a little circle like I showed you before and an eyelet. And I'm going to put these into the little pockets here. So the little pockets that we have made. All right, so that one's going to go in there. And this one's going to go in there. And the green ribbon just lifts it, I think. All right, so the green and the orange and the golds, it looks beautiful together, I think. Right, so here's the little mini envelope. This is the green one, mini one. And that I'm going to put on here like that. So you've got these 2. That's going to go into our belly band. So let's give that a go. That's going to go in there like that. And just have that peeking through. So there we go. Okay, is that one straight? Yeah, perfect. And then, I don't know why I think this one's not straight. It is straight. Stop being... Okay, and then this is our little tag that's going to go into our little window over here. All right, so we should be able to get this in. No, let's put this in before we put the other bits in. So that's going to go into our little window there. Now this bit here comes from the other half of this piece of paper. All right, so this is there, and the pumpkins and the persimmon are over on the other side, just in case. So that's going to slide in there perfectly, and then our two little bits are going to go underneath our belly band, just over there. All right, so I wanted that just to stick out a little bit more, like that. And there we have it, all done in two different ways, slightly. So this one is without envelopes, the autumn one, and this is using envelopes. All right, I hope that you've enjoyed that. Pick whichever one you prefer to do, or try them both and have a go at some stamping, because I find it quite addictive and I'm looking forward to adding it all over. Maybe I should have added some there. Well, we'll have to think about that for next time. All right, everyone, I hope that you've thoroughly enjoyed this. I'm going to see you again tomorrow. Don't forget, if you're looking for a fabric bundle, it's available in my website shop, and I will put the links in the description box below this video. So just press more and all the information is there. All right, have a fabulous day and evening wherever you might be. I will see you again tomorrow with another little video. I will say, don't forget, on Sunday I'm going to be sharing with you the journals that I will be putting in my shop. All right, so look out for Sunday's video. I'll mention it again tomorrow, and then I'll share with you the journals that I'm going to be putting into my shop. All right, everyone, have a great evening. I'll see you all again tomorrow. Bye-bye.